Man, this is really cool. This is a broad banded copperhead. Now these are really neat animals because even though they're venomous, they have a lot of interesting features, okay? They're one of the most common venomous snakes in the United States, ranging from the East Coast all the way up in New York, down into the lower southern states and over into the Big Bend country out west. There's many different varieties, but as I said, this is a broad banded copperhead. Now copperheads are a brown to kind of a khaki snake with salmons and pinks in them, even some yellows to gold sometimes. Some are more attractive than others depending on the subspecies, and sometimes between the bands you can have some slight white that separates them. Very pretty though. A lot of times towards the head it'll get even a little bit of some golden hues in it, creating a copper color, giving it the name Copperhead. The thing about the broad-banded copperhead is it's not actually like bands like you would see with most snakes, like a candy cane or something where it would go all the way around the animal. It's more like saddles sitting across the back. And if you look here, you can see that these saddles are prominent throughout the whole snake. They create these patterns that go down the animal. Now, a neat thing about these copperheads is the fact that as young animals, when they're first born, and the copperheads are born live, the tail in this adult is full grown, but you can see that there's a different color going down here towards the tail. As a young animal, they have a yellow to lime green tail. Now what they'll do with this tail is they'll use it as a lure while sitting in this leaf litter, as you can see is this snake's natural habitat. They'll stick it up or they'll stick it to the side and they'll wiggle it, and it'll look like a little caterpillar. Now unsuspecting prey, like maybe a small little frog, toad, or lizard, will come up and think, ooh, this is a good meal, when in fact they're the ones that are about to get eaten. A copperhead is not a very large animal. The adults average usually around 2 feet. When these snakes are alert, or if they're crawling, they're out and about, they'll have their heads kind of tilted up at an angle. It gives them the appearance of being cocky or regal, and that's just kind of the way they carry themselves. They prefer habitats that are heavily wooded with lots of leaf litter and moisture. This is where they find most of their food. This includes small rodents like mice, many types of lizards, and some amphibians, including small frogs and toads. Now, even though we run into these quite a bit and they're a common animal, and they're also venomous, they're still really neat to come across. Man, that's cool. Well, I'm going to go see what else I can find.